10 characteristic of an emotional intelligent people.
The intelligent person is empathy. Empathy is the capacity to understand or feel what another person is experiencing from within their frame of reference. So it is about the ability to understand and share feelings with another person. It's about understanding their emotion even if they differ from our emotion. So, example of empathy in action is listen actively, show your support or comfort the other person who's been experiencing deep problem. The second one is self-awareness. It is the art of understanding oneself, recognizing the stimuli that she faces, and preparing how to manage herself both in a proactive and reactive manner. So it is the ability to being aware of yourself. It is the knowing your strengths and weaknesses, knowing what you can do and cannot do.
So, here is the fourth characteristic of an emotionally intelligent person. The fourth one is curiosity. So, when we say curiosity, it is a strong desire to learn and understand new things. It is one's willingness to learn and understand new things. So, when we say curiosity, it is that it describes an intelligent person because we know that those person who are curious for everything, for all the happenings of their surroundings, is that the person who is that they are the person na kanang dili sila ka maong mahadlok mo explore new things, or they are not afraid to experience different kind of things that will help them to grow, that will help to build their confidence, and that will help them to become a better version of themselves. So being curious is not necessary nga kanang ignorant, but it will help us to build ourselves as an individuals and also as a student and as a future educator. Being curious sa atong surroundings will help us to become a better and the best teacher soon, because as a future teacher, it is very important for us to know the background of our students, their strengths and weaknesses, for us to help them to really understand what are their purpose, why they go in school, and why they are studying, like that. So it is really one of our responsibility to help our students soon to grow and to help them understand and acquire new things. And through curiosity, it will really help us to become a better and the best teacher educator soon. So the fifth characteristic is the analytical mind. So when we say analytical mind, it is the ability, or it pertains a person who knows to find a solutions in that particular challenges or in that particular problems. So as a future teacher, it is really important for us to use our mind for analyzation, for evaluation, etc. Because as a teacher, it is really important for us to know how to solve different challenges, different problems that we face inside and outside sa school. So dili ra ta need nga maayo ra ta mo solve on that particular field. Dapat we know how to make those things simple and easier to understand, especially to our students. So we need to find a solution that will help our student to really understand, and for us or for them to learn better. So as a future teacher, being curious and being analytical is really important, because it will help us to become a not just a better teacher but also a role model to everyone. So as a teacher, we need to know, or we need to know our students very well, Jude. So if our students will facing different challenges, problems, especially to their classmates, so as a teacher, it is our responsibility to find a solution for them to communicate well, to socialize well, and for them to have a harmonious communication inside the class, and also the connection between us as their teacher and them also as our students. So for me, that is analytical mind and curiosity.
And needs and wants. So first is belief. Belief is the power of believing oneself, both present and future. And belief kay one of the ways or a matter to affirm means that you're holding into something and it holds out something good. So, and you also believe that everything happens for a reason, and you also believe that a certain positivity that would strengthen your belief into something, especially to yourself. And it sums up that you're claiming and holding into something, and low-key wishing that it would turns out or lead you to something good. So the second one is needs and wants. So needs and wants is knowing our prioritize in life. It is important for us to distinguish what needs to be prioritized and needs to put up first. Obviously, we have to choose our needs compared to our wants, because needs refers to something that is important and necessary for our survival and living. For example is kanang atong for example sa needs is money. So money is important for us to our survival and living, because to buy some foods or even our clothes. So unang importante ang needs compared to wants. So while wants deals with things that satisfies our pleasure and materialistic things that which aren't necessary for our everyday life. So for example sa wants is kanang order ta sa Shopee because nakay gusto nga orderon, or even kanang makita kasi mong kasmit nga nakay nasjay nga na dyan ay ka or gusto pug ka nga naapag ka na ng butanga, so order ka kay gusto nimo ng butanga. So it means that na ay order ka danang butanga or danang gamita to satisfies our pleasure or kanang something that materialistic things that aren't necessary for our everyday life.
Passion is simply a strong love or excitement for something. It's like a fire that burns inside you, making you want to do something and do it well. Passion acts as a driving force, pushing you to pursue your goals and interests. It gives you the energy to keep going even when things get tough. Having passion brings joy and happiness. It makes you feel more fulfilled and satisfied with your life. It also helps you to do more successful in what you do. Passion helps you to focus on what you love, making it easier to learn and grow. For example, a musician might be passionate about composing and performing music. This passion drives them to practice, create, and share their music in the world. Optimism is simply believing that good things will happen. It also helps us to see the good in situation even when things seem bad. It gives us strength to keep going even when we feel like giving up. Optimism is like a superpower that helps us to cope with stress, overcome challenges, and achieve our goals. It also makes us happier and healthier. Being optimistic can help us to build strong relationships as we're more likely to see the best in others. For example, a student might be optimistic about their chances of getting a good grade on a test, even though they've been struggling in the course. This optimism gives them the motivation to study hard and do their best.
So let's proceed to the 9 characteristics of an emotionally intelligent person, which is adaptability. To be specific, adaptability is a key characteristic of an emotionally intelligent individuals, reflecting their ability to adjust to new situations, challenges, and emotional states.
Emotionally intelligent people recognize when to continue their course and when it's time for a change. This vitally important recognition and ability to make crisp, swift decisions in your best interest is called adaptability. It entails having the flexibility to handle change, balance multiple demands, and adapt to new situations with fresh ideas. An adaptable leader can meet challenges as they arise and adjust strategy or style based on what is needed most. It is also the capacity to recognize, understand, and manage our emotions and those of others. It underpins our ability to adapt to challenging circumstances with resilience and composure.
Number 10, desire to help others succeed. It is becoming interested and appreciative of the success and achievement of the others.
It can help a person succeed by building strong relationships, expanding their network, gaining new skills and knowledge, and increasing their sense of purpose. Helping others succeed cultivates a culture of collaboration and progress, benefiting both individuals and the broader community.
Good day everyone, let's now dive into people skills. So let's first define people skills. So in the visual that I am providing, so people skills are tools used to communicate and interact effectively with others. So kung atong hunahon na siya similarities sa interpersonal skills. However, naaman sila similarities pero napod sila differences. So, interpersonal skills are the ability to interact and build relationships, and it is how we interact with others. Whereas people skills, it is the tool that help individuals manage their own behavior in order to communicate effectively and build relationships with others. So this involves awareness, adaptability, organization, and personal productivity. So dili ra enough nga naatay interpersonal skills kay need man na to maghuna-huna or to control our behavior in order for us to communicate effectively. So we need to think before we talk. So according to Wikipedia, people skills are patterns of behavior and behavioral interactions. So this means that people skills is not just a one-time action, but it involves repeated actions or habits that people use when dealing with others. So for example, so a teacher consistently or habitually engage the students with open-ended question and encourage participation. So this pattern of behavior not only foster more interactive classroom, but also help students feel valued and motivated to share their thoughts. So for Thompson 2009, so people skill is an area of exploration about how a person behaves and how he or she perceived irrespective of his or her thinking and feeling. So it means it is about the outward behavior and its impact on how others interpret a person's character or intention. So mao ni imuhang gipagawas or gipakita nga behavior and ug unsay impact ato based sa interpretation o perception sa tao ato nga behavior. So for example, so naay group activity and hapit na ang deadline. So nahabala ka ang leader kay hapit na ang deadline sa usa ka project. Pero he or she maintains a calm demeanor and nag-offer pa jud siya og kanang encouragement sa iyang members. So with that composed behavior, the team felt secured, focused, and demonstrating effective people skills through positive perception. So aron dali masabtan, positive behavior is to positive perception is to positive impact. So mao to ang perspective or definition ni Thompson sa people skills. Next is the definition of Honey 2001 sa people skills. So Honey 2001 defines it as the dynamics between personal ecology, the cognitive, affective, physical, and spiritual dimension and its function with other people's personality styles in numerous environment, life events, institution, and challenges. So this means it is how we interact with various personality styles in different contexts. So for example, so naka-encounter ka sa katawo nga kanang musin ka jud siya baka na iyahang tono jud kung mo istorya kay pinasin ka. So as someone nga naay people skills, so musabot ra kaniya and kanang murag gipasagdaan ba kay nakabantay naman ka nga inana iyahang batasan iya nga na jud iyahang pagtubag jud sa bisag kinsay mo istorya niya. So as someone nga naay people skills, so you would understand and kanang you would think kung sa imong istorya para di ka masingkahan atong tawhan na aron wala mo'y conflict na. So people skills can be defined in 3 sets of abilities. So first is the personal effectiveness or about how one comes across with others. So personal effectiveness refers to how someone presents themselves to others. So it involves self-awareness, confidence, authenticity, and influencing how others perceive you. So for example, naka sa mall and na sales lady. So the sales lady is confident and knows the product well. Yeah, how mo communicate, in short, kanang how siya mo sales talk. So by that confident presentation, it makes it more relatable and trustworthy. So matawag na to siya nga effective kay unsa man kay daghang mo palit. So tungod atong iyahang self-confidence, so daghang mamalit kay kanang dali ra man siya matuuhan murag tinuod jud iyang giistorya ba murag nga na dali siya makaganyo og inganyo og mga tao. So number 2, interaction ability or how will one predicts and decodes behavior. So interaction ability refers to decoding behavior, understanding nonverbal cues, the tone, context, or to understand how others feel and what they might need. So for example, so you as a teacher, so while discussing nakabantay ka nga kanang imong estudyante kay nagduko-duko ra, kanang disengage siya sa imong klase ba niya. Pag quiz ninyo, gamay ra ang score. gamay ra ang score nga nakuha. So as a teacher kanang kay ang imuhang approach man ato nga klase kay teacher centered. So nakahuna-huna man ka nga dili ibagay atong estudyante tong imuhang approach. So nag-utro ka og approach. So by asking interactive questions or activity, so it helps re-engage students and have better learning environment. So kanang nag-utro kag approach paghihimo nimong student-centered, kanang mangutana kag open-ended questions para ma-re-engage ang imong student and effective imong teaching. Yan na. So the last one is intercede easily, or the ability to lead, influence, and build bridges between people. So this ability refers to leading, influencing, and building bridges between people. It also involves negotiation skills, conflict resolution, and collaboration. So for example, so ikaw, leader ka sa report or a group project. So you notice or nakaibaw ka nga naay disagreement between your members. So as someone nga naay people skills or as someone who can intercede easily, so mag-facilitate ka og open discussions to resolve that particular differences or disagreements para dili sad magubay ang relationship. So by guiding the conversation, you as a leader would help your members maintain their positive relationship. So mao to ang 3 sets of abilities sa people skills.
All about on how Portland Business Journal describes people skills. Number 1, ability to effectively communicate, understand, and empathize. So people skills are ability to effectively communicate. It's about expressing yourself clearly and listening attentively to others. It's about using words, tone, and body language in a way that helps you to connect with others and get your message across. So people skills also are ability to understand. It's about trying to understand why someone feels a certain way even if you don't feel the same. It's like putting in their situation for you to understand their feels better. And people skills are ability to empathize. This is about feeling what another person is feeling. Number 2, ability to interpret with others respectfully and develop productive working relationship to minimize conflict and maximize rapport. So people skills have the ability to interact with others respectfully. For example, a teammate working on a project, so you treat everyone with respect. You listen to each other's ideas even if you don't agree, avoid interrupting, and use kind of words. And also people skills have the ability to develop productive working relationship. It's like everyone is working towards the same goal. You collaborate, share information, and support each other so that everyone avoid the conflict and it can build and trust positive relationships towards that person. Lastly, number 3, people skills are the ability to build sincerity and trust, moderate behaviors, and enhance agreeableness. So imagine you are working in a project with a team. If you have sincerity and trust, you're being honest about your strengths and weaknesses, and you follow through on your commitments. Also, moderating behavior, you avoid interrupting others, listen attentively, and you consider their perspectives before offering your own. And enhancing agreeableness, so you compromise, open to new ideas, and focus on finding solutions that benefit to everyone. So in conclusion, people skills are very crucial due to that it can help
Educational impact of people skills. So the term impact
refers to the effect or influence that one thing has on another. People skills are important for teachers in effective classroom management because they help create a positive learning environment and build strong relationships with students. Knowing how to communicate and teach people instead of simply teaching their subjects will help make a difference in the classroom. So, teaching people, not just the subject, means paying attention to how students learn and interact. According to Boyle on 2011, almost 50% of classroom success lies within academic skills, while the other 50% lies on effective interpersonal relationships. So when we say academic skills, it focuses on the teacher's knowledge of the subject and their ability to teach it clearly. On the other hand, interpersonal relationships is the teacher's ability to build positive relationships with students. In simpler terms, classroom success is a balance. Knowing the subject is important, but connecting with students is just as crucial. In general, people skills are an essential part of work, life, and social success. So, in the workplace, when you have that people skills, you can build communication, teamwork, and problem solving. In personal life, it helps you to improve your relationships with your family, friends, and others. On the other hand, in social success, it helps you to build and maintain friendships or connections. So, when one has strong people skills, he or she is able to first teach him or herself. This means they can confidently present themselves and their abilities to others. For example, in a job interview, someone with strong people skills can confidently explain why they are best fit for the position. The second, we have overcome social anxiety. It helps a person feel more comfortable and confident in social situations. For example, at a party, someone with good people skills can introduce themselves and interact without feeling shy. The third one, we have communicate ideas. It allows a person to express their thoughts and ideas. For example, during a team meeting, someone with strong people skills can clearly explain a new idea or project. And the fourth one, or the last one, we have influence others positively. It can motivate others and encourage them to take positive actions. For example, a teacher with good people skills can encourage a struggling student to keep trying, which motivates students to do better.
And that's group 4. Thank you very much for watching.